Hi, I wanted to do another update. I wanted to talk about a bill that is in the process of trying to be passed, Bill C-422. Elizabeth May, member of the Green Party, is trying to pass this bill so Lyme disease will be recognized in Canada and treatment can be offered. They say chronic Lyme doesn't exist, but they are the ones who failed to properly diagnose us in the first place. If Lyme disease is caught in the first 1 to 2 weeks, you're put on doxycycline for a month and you're cured. But if you go 3 to 4 years undiagnosed, like me, it's chronic Lyme, and it's stated it doesn't exist. Well, if the doctors did their job in the first place, it wouldn't have turned into chronic Lyme, which is why it's so impossible to treat. It's beyond frustrating. I have seen rheumatologists, infectious disease doctors, family doctors. I've been MRI'd, bone scanned, CT scanned, x-rayed, spinal taps, everything done numerous times. When it got to the point where when no one would help me and no one would treat me, I told my best friend that I am not going to live this way anymore. I can't go to a family doctor, I can't go to the hospital, I can't go to the walk-in clinic because no one will help me. And this is before I was diagnosed. She forced my family doctor at the time to test me for Lyme disease. And the Canadian Lyme disease test isn't always proper. It doesn't always tell the truth. You can't go to the bank with it. But when the results came in, they were actually thrown in my face, and I was told that the doctor didn't understand it, to see another doctor. So I faxed these results to the other doctor, and without even seeing me or examining me, this doctor told me that they called my family doctor and that they wrote them a letter stating I don't have Lyme disease now. Is that even legal? The person refused to see me, wouldn't examine me, wouldn't talk to me, and yet writes a letter on my medical file stating I don't have it. Luckily, we traveled to the United States and seen a very brilliant Lyme literate doctor who, before even looking at my American and Canadian test results, just by an hour examination and listening to all the symptoms, diagnosed me. And once this Lyme doctor, seen the test results, they were blown away. It's just unfortunate that it has gotten to this, that that Canada is like this. It's to the point where if anything happens to a Lyme disease patient that's not Lyme disease related, they're screwed. I mean, you can go to your family doctor complaining of specific pain, unable to move, and they won't examine you. Meanwhile, you have shingles. For the last 5-6 weeks, I've been unable to move my right arm. Couldn't clothe myself, I couldn't wash my own hair, I couldn't write a letter, I couldn't do anything. But again, no one would examine me. Thank God for walk-in clinic doctors, because if you go to enough of them, you're going to find one that has a compassionate heart and knows what it means to be a doctor. It's not just seeing the Lyme disease doctor that is expensive. There's so many issues and complications with Lyme. I now have a cardiologist. I see a naturopath, a physiotherapist, chiropractor. Like it's exhausting. I average about 8 doctor's appointments a week, 5 to 8. Also, people with Lyme disease can't have sugar, dairy, yeast, gluten. That's insanely expensive. Vitamins and supplements, and because our body and everything is so out of whack, we have to juice our vegetables and drink them so we can actually absorb nutrients. Now, I know some people see me working on art and outdoors photographing owls, and they might think, I thought she was sick. Valid. I can see how there could be judgment or guessing But the truth of the matter is, the 2 hours I'm out there, it's difficult, and immediately once I get home I have to sleep, and I'm bedridden for at least 24 hours. Extreme exhaustion, pain, flu-like symptoms, just weak, nauseous, and a lot of pain. I have no help from my relatives, and I've struggled through this debilitating pain for years with terrifying symptoms, and I don't know what I would do if it wasn't for my best friend Christy, or the amount of beautiful friends I have in real life, and the mind-blowing kindness and compassion from my online family. And that's exactly what they are. I mean, these people I've never met in real life, I've never even talked to on the phone, yet they offer me so much compassion and support and love and light, and truly you give me hope to hang on every single day. And a lot of Lyme disease people contemplate suicide. Many go through with it because treatment's too expensive, or because it's just too debilitating. And with all the love that I have out there from everyone who checks in on me and gives me so much positivity, I just wanted to say thank you, because I've wanted my whole life to feel that. And that's one of the good things about having Lyme, I guess, is now that I do have my online family, I do have this amazing support network that is worth more than all the money in the world, more than everything. I need to get better. I will spend my life paying people back and making a difference in the world. Last thing, to make this really short, you can print, all the links are going to be below this video. The link for Elizabeth May's Lyme bill she's trying to pass. Now, I carry this bill with me, so does my best friend. You know, especially people who have Lyme in Canada, carry this with you. Give it to your family and friends when you go to pump gas, when you go to buy a tea, when you go to the vet, anywhere you go. Take this in, talk to people, and get them to sign it. I mean, as of July 16th, there's only 1,161 signatures. That's not going to do anything. We have to stand up for ourselves and fight with everything we've got. If there's only a couple people fighting, it's not going to do anything. There's also a link for a Manitoba woman who was denied and cut off her Lyme antibiotic treatment. There is, you can find it on Facebook, the doctor, the head administrator guy who decided to cut her off for no reason because chronic Lyme doesn't exist. His email's on there. We need to band together. We need to start writing. Even if you don't understand or think Lyme disease will never hurt you, you don't know that. I've met 4 photographers in the last 6 months that have had it. People get Lyme disease from gardening. The tick is the size of a poppy seed. They like hot spot areas like armpits and such. You won't even know it, and by the time you do, it's too late. So please just read the links, and please sign the petition, and please just do whatever you can to help. You know, there's a lot of horrible diseases and sicknesses out there like cancer and diabetes, and people get treatment for that. People with Lyme disease were abandoned, neglected, and in some ways abused. Please continue helping. Love and light.